Video just to help with a couple of edits we need to make to this box to get these 1/8 inch rods into the holes in the rod guides and the holes in the feet, and also B, make sure the holes are the right sizes in our cams before we print any more of them, and the handle has the same size hole to accept the 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch square shaft that we're putting through. And I do believe that's about it. Oh no, I wanted to mention this mate. I got this mate working, the tangent mate. I had no trouble getting the tangent mate working on this eccentric cam, and I had a bit of trouble till I pressed the right button, getting it to work with this pair cam. So let's take a quick look at those 3 items. Okay, so first and foremost, let me put this animation away, and I would like to very quickly look at the handle or the axle or the cam. Any of these items here have this hole to slide over the square axle we're using. And I would like to remind you that the axle is 0.25 by 0.25, and so let's make this hole 0.27 by 0.27 so we don't get interference. Just friction. When we put it on, we'll be able to actually physically slide it on to the shaft. So make sure this hole is 0.27 by 0.27 for anything that goes on the axle, and that is the cams as well as the handle. Right, that should be a 0.27 by 0.27 hole. I guess I did the hole in sketch 2. There it is. Oh, I did this one 0.26. I'm going to change it. 0.27. 0.26 may work. I think it's going to be just a little too tight. Let's go 0.27 for that square hole. And let me check my eccentric cam, make sure that's good too. So handle's good, pair cam's good, eccentric cam. What size do I have this hole as? Double check. I also have it as a 0.26er. Again, let's make it 0.27. Not sure if 0.26 would work. It might, but it might not. 0.27 does. Okay, so I've made that hole just a tiny bit bigger, so it actually slides on the physical shaft when we actually build the physical box. Okay, so that took care of the hole sizes there. Let's look at the hole size in both the feet and the rod guide. Did I not name my rod guide properly? There's a foot. There's another foot. That must have been an example foot. Oh, there's the rod guide. Rod guide is right here, and that hole has to accept the rod. Now, the rod really is 0.25 inches across, and so you would think if we made this, oh, sorry, no, it's half of 0.25. I'm sorry. It's 0.125 across. The rod is 1/8 of an inch, which is 0.125 inches, and my first instructions were make this 0.13, and that is not big enough. Right? These holes have to be, let me see which sketch it is. I think it's probably the sketch here. Nope, that's just the outer hole, the outer thing. Sketch 4 maybe, there it is. Yeah. So I instructed you to make that hole 0.13, and when we actually physically tried to get the push rod into the 0.13 hole, in theory it fits, but in reality it doesn't. The plastic probably expands a little when it heats up, etc. So we need to make this hole 0.18, right? 0.18 inches. You may have that as 0.13. Go make that 0.18 so the rod slides through it well. And same thing with the feet. Same thing with the foot. You're going to put that hole right there. Again, that 1/8 inch rod has to fit into that hole, and somehow 0.13 is not quite big enough. Again, probably just expansion of plastic due to heat. But let's see what I have this one as. I think that's probably sketch 2. No, sketch 3, sketch 4. It's going to be the last sketch. There it is, sketch 5. I did change it yesterday. 0.18 also. You may have that as 0.13. You're not going to get the rod in there if it's 0.13. This one doesn't matter if it's a nice tight friction fit. You could probably do 0.17 here. In fact, I bet you could. For the guides, though, we want it not to have really a friction fit. We want it to slide up and down in the guide. Here, if you have to jam it in there, that's fine. We're going to put a spot of hot glue in there anyway. So 0.17 or 0.18 for the foot hole, and 0.18, 0.18 for the rod guide hole. And then the last item I wanted to mention was in the assembly, the way that I got the pair cam mate to go was right here. This tangent mate was giving me trouble yesterday. And I turned on tangent propagation and I turned it off, and it got even weirder. Um, as soon as I pressed this black button, flip primary axis, it started working. So give that a try. If you're having trouble with the tangent mate, try flipping the primary axis once you get it mated and see if that fixes your problem. Again, things with nice smooth curvature all the way around seem to accept the tangent mate more readily than things with varying curvatures. But I did get it to work just by flipping that over, that black arrow. So give that a try if you're having trouble with your tangent mate. That's the whole thing. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.